get that second hill, it is, but once you have that second hill, you want to be spawning up top, and then you can just flood down from there. And then for that third hill, that's really when you want to control that Sentinel spawn area.
All right, for some of you new fans out there, of course, our blue team in this first game is going to be Optic Gaming. They're the Sentinel squad. The red team is going to be Rise Nation. We're on board currently with Formal, who has opened up perfect 2-0. You see Nate Shot, Scump also with 2 kills apiece. Not a whole lot of points. You see just 13-0 after 30 seconds. But really, Rise Nation not putting too much pressure on the hard point as I expected.
Well, you know, they need to get Formal out of those positions, and that's why he is such a dominant player in Advanced Warfare. When he has that bow and he's able to just slay out, you can't get any SMG pressure on the hill. You see the player on the hill for Optic has not fought any gun battles. You're just seeing Nate Shot just hanging out on the hill. Yep, in, you know, Crim and Formal just winning those long-range engagements.
Now, originally I said not a whole lot of points, 34 after just 1 minute. I'd take it back, Optic. Jeez, I did not expect them to stay in it. Nate Shot, what I was saying, it looked like he was going to rotate. Instead, felt comfortable with the coverage. And man, is it paying off. They are dominating that one. There is another 4 down as Formal, Scump, and Karim all just picked up kills. We take our screen to Scump. Tell me about the King, man. How is he able to put such ridiculous stats on the board?
Okay, so he's able to just push out straight through these hard points. When you have players like Crim and Formal, they're dominating with the bow. You see Formal starting off 9-4. Crim, he's going to get off to a 6 and 5 start, but still, the areas that he's holding down just allows Scump to just push up into the face of the opponents. And when Scump gets on a roll and he gets playing aggressive, there's no stopping that guy.
Formal taking out 3 players, hurts 1, kills the other. And we're going to take it now over to Scump. Chino trying to break in. Nice kills from Scump. He picks up 3 in your kill feed. And it is just 7 points after 2 minutes for Rise Nation. The rotation going down, though, and it said it's hills 3 and 4 that they need to lock down Pac-Man in a key position.
They need to lock this hill down in the worst way because they are down 75-11 right now. Pac-Man picking up a nice intro kill, but it's going to be interesting to see how Optic Gaming attacks this from the minimap perspective. It looks like they flooded into the hill, and they've gotten control of it with Scump and Formal picking up 2 kills. Let's see how they do pushing that side out. They need to push out the left-hand side, get Rise spawning further back away.
Big kills from Chino and Diabolic. Chino gets another, go for a third! And he is going to get help with Sender, who has switched over to the bow for this hard point. Sender going to fall, though. Both players going to be dropped, and Scumpy is just punching people on his exit to the top of the map.
And you see how Scump has pushed out a little bit further from the hill, and that Rise has spawned further away, but he noted that nobody was flooding down that right side, so he tried to rotate back. Still 15 seconds left on this hill. You know, we'll see where Optic decides to spawn and push, and it looks like they're just going to play for this next hill, and I like that call. You know, being up by that much, no reason to challenge and then lose the next rotation, give up even more time.
Look at the domination. I mean, everyone just fell in the middle of the map for Rise. Optic Gaming spread out perfectly. 2 guys in the hill, 1 still in the pool doing damage, and then, of course, they have the B Street covered. So Nate Shot, last man inside for the moment, waiting for some support off the respawns. Everyone's there to back him up now, and all 4 members have it locked down. Nate is watching A Street, turns around, has to look out. A little bit of pressure coming in now. Can Chino get it? No! He is going to get turned on as Nate Shot gives him the business.
And that is not a good sign for Rise Nation. You know, on this hill, you need your bow player, you need your main slayers to really hold down that alley. And if they can't do that, you know, it's going to be a difficult time taking this one back. And you see Crim, he's been having a bow on some of these hills. It looks like they've gone to a 2-bow setup, you know, for the middle hill and this one. Crim just picking up the ASM one right there. But that's a very nice play out of Optic Gaming because you add Formal and Crim, nobody's going to get close to the hill.
Yeah, the real question here is, will Optic even get a chance to put up 40 kills? They're at 125, still 6 minutes left, but they could potentially end this game before the 2-minute mark.
Oh, I would not be shocked if that's the way it ends. You're going to need Rise to take a ton of time here on this last hill, and then on that middle hill, get a nice chunk of change in order to force, you know, some action for the second and third hill.
Credit goes to Crim for the spawns on this hard point. Also, damage being done in the middle of the map. Who is that? It looks like it's Formal, who just continues to slaughter with the bow, adding 22 kills, 13 deaths, and he's on a 2 streak right now. But Nate Shot, 5 streaks, surviving from the top hardpoint, finally going to be taken down. We take it back to Crim, who's just going to milk this time, and as you see on the minimap, Crim, very few engagement opportunities before anyone could get to him. The kills are being laid down by his teammates.
We've seen pretty much throughout this entire first half of Hardpoint that the player on the hill for Optic isn't fighting many fights. These are pretty much the only gun battles we've seen the Hardpoint player fight right there from Formal. Otherwise, they've done such a good job of extending out and pushing those spawns far enough that the guy in the hill has nothing to worry about.
Finally, Rise is going to break in, but there's only 7 points left on this hill, and it's going to be moving. So Hardpoint is going to rotate. We'll see who is going to get in there first. Sender just trying to sit top glass, drops in for a half second before he's cleaned up. Now it's Chino's turn. Chino gets one through the gap, going to find a second, won't go for the melee, and he's cleaned up. Sender up top catwalks. Can he keep Optic out? It looks like Nade's shot sitting pretty inside, has not seen an engagement yet.
And you know, Nade sitting at 20 and 13 with 5 caps. We saw this in the 5K over the weekend, last weekend. You know, he's doing a nice job in the slaying department. You know, picked it up a little bit that weekend, and right now carrying over to land 20 and 14. Having a very nice game for an OBJ player.
I like the objective Nade shot, man. It's fun to watch. He's really got this shot down with his ASM1 as you see him pick up another 2-piece on your screen. Krim, pretty quiet at 17 and 17, has done a lot of the dirty work for his squad.
Krim is more of the in-game leader for this team. I think he's helped Scump a lot out on hardpoint. You know, back in Black Ops 2, you know, kind of the knack on Scump was that he's a great player, amazing shot, amazing reaction time, just really, you know, just made some questionable decisions in hardpoint. I think Krim has really, you know, helped Scump out tremendously in the mental game area.
Krim rotating all over the place is finally going to be taken down. Formal sitting up top, waiting for the new rotation. It's here, and he is going to get the call out. Everyone's up top. Won't be able to do the damage. Hurt 2 players. Wasn't able to pick up the kill. So here's Rise's opportunity. Chino, he went down, but Sender still pushing with Pac-Man and Diabolic. Pac-Man now inside the hardpoint. Can Sender get these key kills on the back of the map? 188 to just 70 with 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Rise needs to shine right now.
And the difference between these two teams is you see when Rise gets the hill, that the players aren't pushing out from the hill. They're just sitting on the hill and playing from there. Not really a lot of aggression because they don't really have that, you know, type of player who can take out 2 to 3 people as they push the hill. On the Optic side, once they get control of the hill, you're seeing, you know, Nade and Scump pushing out further because they know if they were to drop, they have Krim and Formal right there to pick up the slack.
And there's another situation where Chino inside the hardpoint, he has 11 captures, but really can't hold it. Every time he gets pushed, he seems to go down in the one-on-one. So Pac-Man now on your screen. We talked about him needing to step up. He's only -5 right now. Can he get some big kills? No, on the first push. Gonna get some cleanup action from Sender here. Optic, though, 3 men inside the garage. Rise continuing to all press from the same side. It's the opposite of what Optic did when they did the takeover strat, and it's really not working. Right,
you can't just flood from one side. You don't want to flood to break hills. You want to flood to get control of spawns. You want to pinch to break hills. That's not the way you want to do it. It worked out there for Rise, but one of the stats actually that's going to interest me, Puckett, and I love a lot, is that Formal has no captures. And you kind of question, you know, why would you like a stat where somebody doesn't do anything in the OBJ department? But that's his job. That's his role. His role is not to get captures. His role is to just slay at range, and that's exactly what he's doing.
You know what else Formal did, though? In that 5th hardpoint, he picked up a good 20 seconds to let Krim run out.
Yep.
So he doesn't have captures because his teammates already had control, but he is doing some objective.
Right.
I really like what Optic is doing here. In fact, they're going to leave Nade shot down. Rise should have the first opportunity at controlling the top hardpoint, but not if Krim continues to slay like he is. He's going to be pushing up pretty aggressive. Out go the nades. Not going to find anything. Pac-Man's waiting for him, and after that kill, Krim can flood in, gets the assist, and gets the kill on Diabolic. Optic Gaming has just retaken this setup in 3 seconds, and Krim is going to continue to slaughter 5 straight kills.
And the timing of that was absolutely perfect. So when we were on with Krim, Scump was on that right side of the map, and he was just waiting for that intro kill to come. And once that intro kill came from Krim, Scump started to push up, and he was able to gain control of that hill, just causing a distraction for Krim.
Krim pushing out. One player did sneak into the hard point. That's going to be short-lived. 12 more points. 20 seconds left on this hard point. It should be all over before the hill rotates if Krim and Scump keep locking it down. You hear the let's go coming out of Scump. He's getting fired up. 250 to 108. Optic Gaming making a statement on Solar.
They do such a great job of baiting and switching, something that's really underrated for numerous teams that we see right there at the end. That was a perfect example of how to break a hill between Scump and Krim, and that takes so much teamwork and communication in-game, especially a game like Advanced Warfare that's so fast-paced.
Scump 44, 28, 10 captures, 2 defense. The man is a monster. We asked if he would make another 40 bomb for us. Well, he delivered, my friend.
I mean,